So I heard you talk a little bit about the retail partnership program. I was super excited when we rolled it out. As I said, I had a role in kind of, putting that together because to your point, Amazon as an e-commerce juggernaut, such a saturated market and a lot of people's livelihoods are on there. They're really kind of, Amazon's lackey, right? Anything that Amazon puts out, they have to make adjustments to, whether it's the policies, et cetera, et cetera. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize as well is that even though e-commerce has grown tremendously over the past 5 to 10 years, along with that has been the return rates over the past 5 to 10 years, taking away that capital that you get from your original sales. I know I had another client that I was talking to, and he said he got a bunch of refunds and all of that stuff. And that's just because it's easier to return anything ever than before, right? So when we're operating out of a retail space, my idea was, so to give you a little bit of background on my experience, I actually used to work with Amazon for 5 years. I ran about three different warehouses with them. One of them was a reverse logistics operations warehouse. Basically, they're taking in your returns, right? And
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, most of the returns came back in great condition. And the reason why was that they didn't need it anymore. Or for example, when a hot product came out like the PlayStation 4, we got a ton of PlayStation 4 boxes back, and they would have like rocks in them, stuff like that, right? So, and that's just because the process to be able to return things and take a shot at getting your money back is easier now than it ever has been before. So my idea was with the retail partnership program, not only are you going to be able to make your money, but you're also going to be able to keep your money, right? Over the past month, I think we've had only like three or two returns in general, and throughout all the sales that we did. So definitely, in my mind, I just saw it as a solid way to use our reputation, use the clientele of guys, and make a ton of money doing it. So how are you liking this new partnership program? What's your feelings and thoughts on it?
I mean, personally, I love it. I mean, realistically, I love the idea because to me, as I thought about it, it was like we're basically saying like I just think of it like it's not Walmart, right? But like think of it like a Walmart. If somebody was like, "Hey, how would you like to?" Walmart doesn't have any capital, and we need people with capital to come in, and we're going to use that to leverage and then take a cut of the profit. You're going to get your portion of the profit, and we're going to basically run an operation, right? Like that's what went through my head. I was like, "That's fucking sweet. Like that's awesome. I love it." So, and
Exactly.
yeah, I mean, my background of what I do for a living is I'm a finance executive. So like all I do is sit around and look at this stuff. So that to me was like, okay, that's super cool. Love the idea. So yeah, and honestly, it's worked so far. Like it's been great, right? We've been doing it for 2 or 3 months, I think, for you guys now. It's I mean super smooth. I don't have to do anything, right? Other than sign some, the inventory or the invoices, and then push the button to push the payment out. That's about it. So works really well.
I love it, man. I love it. That makes me so happy to see that people are loving the system and they're loving the new program because honestly, it's nothing that anyone's really thought of in this kind of space, especially in the FBA, FBM space of doing some turnkey e-commerce services. Just adding that extra layer to it to be able to still stay confident and take your try at being successful at Amazon. We know that there's a bunch of other factors from Amazon that could try to hinder your account and things like that. And if that ever happens, you still have that fluff, that regular security coming from that retail partnership program. So I'm super excited. I'm super happy that you're enjoying it. And definitely our goal is to continue that progress and to keep escalating that, right? So I know that you said that you were looking to diversify funds. That's why you signed up. But I want to know, so overall, if you could put into a sentence, maybe a couple of words, couple sentences, what would be your overall goal with us with joining BNB Matrix?
My overall goal.
Mhm.
I mean, I'd love to grow my capital. Is what I would love to do. Passive income and grow my capital. I mean, I don't need the money in my
Exactly.
pocket, right? Like I'm looking to invest in something, get a return, and keep investing, reinvesting. That's ultimately what I'm looking to do.
Exactly. No, I love it. I love it. That's great. I thank you so much for your time, Chris. I thank you so much for taking my questions. I'm
Yep,
super happy
absolutely.
that you're with us, and I'm
My
ecstatic that
pleasure.
you're enjoying that new retail partnership program. So definitely thank you for your time. If you need me for anything, I'll shoot my email to you in the chat here so that way you have it.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna take it off recording now so that way everyone doesn't see my email.
Mhm.
But let me just do this. So again, thank you for your time, Chris. I appreciate it.